Great, thank you. This is a picture of my daughter, Natalie, who's 2.5. It cost me over $100,000 to conceive my daughter. Not only was it extremely expensive, it was a difficult process. 2.5 years, 6 rounds of IVF, 3 miscarriages. Infertility affects 1 in 8 couples today in the US. Not only is fertility a big challenge, but it's getting worse. Women are choosing to delay childbirth into their 30s, which has a number of advantages. An opportunity to focus on your career, your relationships, your financial readiness, but biology is not on your side. Meanwhile, male sperm counts have decreased over 50%. Those of you sitting out there in your 20s, 30s, maybe even early 40s, may not yet realize, but starting a family could be the largest out-of-pocket healthcare expense that you face. Despite this large and growing market, today's solutions are only serving the 1%. IVF starts at $20,000. There's limited insurance coverage. Treatment is complex, and there's no patient support outside of the doctor's office, leading to an isolating and often intimidating journey. I founded Future Family to bring fertility care to the 99%. We're the first company to integrate financing with state-of-the-art digital health services so that we can make fertility affordable and accessible to everyone. We offer testing and planning resources on our platform, on-demand medical expertise, affordable monthly treatment plans, concierge service, as well as doctor and clinic matching. We launched the company back in June, and I'm happy to say that we're now helping thousands of women and couples across the US with affordable egg freezing monthly plans, affordable IVF monthly plans, and our proprietary fertility age test, which allows women for the first time to go online and simply order a hormone assay that gives you insight into your current fertility profile and your ovarian reserve. Testing is essential. If you find out you have a problem, you have a lot of options. But if you wait until you're trying to conceive, you're going to face huge healthcare expenses at best and jeopardy for your future family at worst. But fertility is not just a female problem. So today I'm excited to announce we're introducing the first male fertility test, the Sperm Activity Test, or SAT. Getting tested is incredibly easy, and we want to show you a quick demo. So let's go to the live demo on how to order the test. Don't worry, just a website. So you can visit futurefamily.com, choose your test for women or for men, and then you can order the test straight online, and you'll actually have the opportunity to put in some identifying information that we need to process your order and for your lab slip. The test will be mailed to you with all the information that you need included in the box, as you can see here. You'll simply take your lab slip and go to one of the nearest labs to your current location, of which there are many options. You check in, complete the test, the results are emailed to you 3 to 5 days later, and then you'll be able to reach out for a free consult with one of our fertility experts live on our platform. Due to the sensitive nature of this health information, we're not actually showing a live consult today, but that's how it works. So let's go back to the presentation. Few questions to wrap this up for the men in the audience. Do you ever, and no judgment implied, binge drink, indulge in marijuana, maybe carry a cell phone in your front pocket or use a hot tub regularly? In which case, you may want to consider signing up for the test today. But we don't stop there. Future Family also does fertility preservation and IVF affordable monthly plans. Today, egg freezing is anywhere from $12,000 to $15,000, and IVF is even more expensive, starting at $20,000. Future Family provides affordable monthly plans starting at $150 a month for egg freezing and around $250 a month for IVF, with sperm freezing coming soon. This is how it works. You simply go to our website and choose an affordable monthly plan that works for you and your budget. We match you with a top clinic and a top doctor in your geo based on our data set and what we know about good fits You meet your nurse concierge, you complete usually a 2.5-week treatment cycle, and then you continue your membership on the platform with access to all of our resources, on-demand medical expertise, and concierge services. It's a modern insurance policy for men and women. Our business model is driven by 3 main revenue streams: financing, concierge health, and testing. And some of our competitors have chosen to actually focus on slightly different areas in the B2B space, for instance, offering employer programs or specializing in simply testing or informational services, as well as offering, owning and operating clinics. We've chosen the direct-to-consumer approach to serve this really large and growing market. Today, only 200,000 couples are getting help, but easily 7.5 million need help at any one time for an addressable market over 100 billion. So sign up today, plan your future, and get tested at futurefamily.com.
Very good. I think you've got some big fans in the audience. Judges, who wants to start us off?
So can you talk a little bit about the validity of your test? And I'm wondering, in the way that you're testing, is there a risk for false positives, false negatives, and have you seen any of that happen so far?
Yeah, so our innovation is really bringing the test sort of to a large consumer audience access. We're not obviously a medical or laboratory company.
Right.
So we're using the test that is the standard hormone assay that the top doctors and clinics use, and just making it easy to order online. And that test is sort of one directional, meaning that if you're tested as a woman and you get a low indicator for ovarian reserve, then we know there's an issue. Whereas if you get a high indicator or normal, you may need to get retested.
So what have you learned so far in terms of going direct to consumer? Because there's always that question, especially in anything in the healthcare realm, right? Direct to consumer versus maybe an employer benefit structure or provider, things like that. What have you learned so far in terms of what your customer acquisition cost might look like here?
Yeah, so we've been really pleasantly surprised by that. We launched the company back in June, which we mentioned, and we've just had a sort of very strong response, a lot of inbounding. I think what we can say now is that we're using digital channels to acquire customers, as well as, of course, word of mouth. And our cost so far looks very sustainable, given that we have really high LTV on the platform. Right, these are very high cost procedures, and we're selling someone into a potential financial plan.
And so is your revenue mostly the financial plan or like a lead gen for the doctor?
So you can think of us as, we're selling our financial packages at retail and we're buying them at wholesale, and there's a spread there.
Very good.
Is there a strategy where you could work with benefit providers and they would introduce you to prospective customers who are members of their health plan?
Yeah, we think so very much, right? Because the finance plan is very flexible, and employers today could, in theory, contribute to a plan with Future Family, and yet the nice thing is that plan is portable and it goes with you. So if you leave your employer, you don't lose the plan, but their contribution might go away. It's a very flexible structure. Yeah.
And are there other products or services that you think could be relevant post-pregnancy?
We do. I mean, so it's a whole journey, and as you can imagine, there's a whole suite of services. So we do think and talk about that quite a bit, not least of all the fact that even giving birth is becoming more complex and more expensive, and we'd love to support women through the whole journey.
On the consulting side, you said that you bring in fertility experts. I'm wondering, how do you recruit those experts, and how do you make sure that they're providing the advice that you want? And then also, are you bringing them on as contractors or actual employees?
Yeah, great question. So a couple of things there. So we are building a nationwide network of highly trained fertility nurses. We find that our clients have a lot of basic fertility questions that can easily be answered with nurse expertise. Also, nurses provide this empathic layer that's really important when you're going through something as personal and challenging as fertility. So we're recruiting them from the top clinics, and they typically have 8 to 10 years of clinical experience. They're registered nurses. Many of them are joining the platform today as contractors, but the vision is to have them as W-2 employees going forward, and we're starting to convert over. So, yeah.
Are you developing your own tech, or you're reselling other people's products and services?
Developing our own
technology, tests, yeah.
So we view ourselves as providing the finance and technology layer. So you can imagine there's a big data component to our business in terms of having data on what treatments are working and aren't working. In terms of actually integrating, say, genetic testing or what we're doing today, laboratory testing, we're working with partners to bring sort of the best technology into the consumer mainstream.
Have you rolled it out to a few users? You said you've tested it in the market.
Well, we launched the company in June.
Okay. For users, you're offering a few different things, right? There's the ease of fertility testing,
Yes.
there's the access to experts, and the financing. What's the stack rank that you hear from the users around which of these things is actually resonating, or is it the entire package? Or?
Yeah, so I think right now what we're seeing is there's just a lot of pent-up demand for financing services, as you would imagine. I mean, I talked about the 200,000 couples that get treatment today. There's 7.5 million couples that actually need access. So I think today we're just seeing a lot of pent-up demand for financing services, and the vision is, as there's more awareness, more education, that more people will come in the top of the funnel for consulting and for testing, which is really important, right? Reaching people earlier.
On that, is there a supply side kind of a limit that you'll hit? That is, right now, on the supply side, the market is not ready for probably as many.
That would be a great problem to have. I mean, eventually, but right now there's definitely still capacity, and we're seeing clinic expansion.
And how does this vary at the coast versus in the Midwest? I'm from the Midwest initially, and
So am I.
most of my friends, their kids are already in college.
Yeah,
I have a 4-year-old, and so are you seeing that trend across the nation, or is it really a coast issue?
Yeah, so what we're seeing is a really strong trend on the coasts around fertility preservation, and this idea that we're now choosing to delay our families into our 30s. But I think what we're seeing from an IVF perspective is that fertility challenges affect people nationwide, not just around age factors. So we have lots and lots of clients from Midwest and Southern states who actually have underlying fertility challenges, not just age related.
Who is the customer? Is it like the employer, the guy, the girl? Who is the customer? Who's
So
the
today,
decision maker?
quickly.
we just launched the male test today. I hope everyone who's in the audience will sign up. But we've been really marketing more to women. So we've been seeing age ranges sort of 26 to 40. Women demographic is kind of our target customer.
All right, we're out of time, so give it up for
Great.
Future Family.
Thank you. Thanks so
Work.
much.